Everything will be done. Oh, it started the recording. Hello! I forgot it starts when I say the word record. Welcome to another video. I'm going to be drawing a goose with some nunchucks today. Yes, this was a request by... I don't remember the username. This was like 6 hours ago. I don't know. Someone commented on my video, and now I'm going to draw a goose with nunchucks. That was all they asked for, so... I might add more, I don't know. We're going to start with the body, then the head, and it's kind of just a goose staring right at you, and I'm going to give him nunchucks in his mouth. I don't know how he's going to be holding the nunchucks, but that is a problem for me to solve later. Let's think for a second. Alright, that's enough thinking. We only needed a second. We're going to lower the body just a little bit because we want to add a little bit more neck. Go ahead and go like that. Yep, beautiful. Sure. Right. Go like that. Now, his head is slightly pointed that way, so I would actually like to do it like how the reference is, because I think having it completely flat would probably be boring looking. I don't know. We're just going to say it would be. So we're going to move him slightly. We do need to do his head better. How are we going to shape his head? I'm not sure. This is a difficult perspective for the beak, which I don't like that I picked this reference for the beak, but it was the first result when I googled goose, and I was like, that one could hold a pair of nunchucks. So this is what we're doing now. I'm sure I will regret picking this one because of the beak. Like, that is not really a goose beak if you've seen a goose. It could pass as a goose beak, but I'm not going to let it pass as a goose beak. No, this goose will have a better beak. I've drawn multiple gooses before. Also, I know the plural to goose is geese. I don't care. Geese sounds stupid. I've drawn lots of gooses before, actually. I think I've drawn like 5 of them. But I've never gave one pair of nunchucks, and most of them have all of them have been from the side. So I didn't have to worry about any type of weird perspective for the beak. Which I kind of eliminated a large amount of the weird perspective for the beak by just straight up not doing it. His beak is facing much more than I actually pointed it towards us. I don't care. I think it looks good still. We're going to make this goose have round feathers, just like I made the chicken. Nope, not the chicken. I made the chicken have sharp feathers. What did I draw yesterday? What type of animal did I draw? A goose. It was a goose. No, there was a duck. It was a duck. A duck. This is a goose. The duck. I drew him with soft feathers. This doesn't look like he has a very goosey head. I don't care. I'm sure that problem will solve itself when I'm done with the sketch. Hopefully. Will it? We don't know. These are questions I don't have an answer to because I can't see the future and I'm not there yet. Alright. There we go. This doesn't look bad. I could put him in water. This guy is not in water, but, gooses, they swim a lot. Like, a lot. I was gonna say I see them swimming most of the time, but that's not true at all. I see them in the fucking road, in the way, most of the time. So maybe we will make him swim. And that's definitely not just because I don't want to draw the feet. I would never come up with an excuse not to draw the feet. I would never do that. Anyways, we're gonna draw him in the water. He's going to be swimming. I don't know how his wings connect, so I'm not even gonna bother pretending that I do, and we're just gonna come up with some bullshit. If it doesn't work, oh well. If it does, awesome sauceum.
We're going to draw his body all the way back through his neck just so I can make sure it connects, even though it's not gonna be freaking even anyway, so it doesn't need to, but shut up. I can do whatever I want in my drawing. Alright. There we go. There's a little ducky man. Nope, he's not a duck, Mr. Goose Man. Yeah, he's swimming. He's doing the swim things, except for I'm looking at the reference and I'm looking down at my drawing. I did it wrong. His tail only goes up to like right here. I did it wrong. It don't go like all the way up to his head. Also, this is like this. So it's all sized correctly. I just gave him way too big of a body. It could just be a different perspective I'm drawing him at, so technically his tail could be at that position, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it as close as I can to the reference, but then when I am done with the sketch, I want to add little changes. I want to keep the sketch as realistic as possible and try to mainly keep the proportions correct. That's really the thing I care about the most, is keeping the proportions correct. Because I kind of just need practice doing that, so I need to, every chance I get, I need to try and keep the proportions correct. Because, you got a little bit of a problem of not doing that. Alright, how do water ripples work? How would it... Okay, so ripples from... So they would be coming out from the front too, but would there be more in the back or less in the back? I don't know. I'm not a rippleologist. I think the last time I learned about water ripples was in like 2nd grade in a science museum. So I don't fucking know. Also, I'm not even sure if that was actually water ripples that we learned about. I don't remember. It was, I don't know, I just remember there was some water experiment there. No, that was just blocking off water. That place was a lot more just messing around with weird stuff and calling it science and actually learning. I liked that place. Alright, anyways, what are we doing? This. Yep, he's a goose. Now he needs his pair of nunchucks, because that is very necessary. Is my goose drawing in here? I like my goose drawing, and I want to kind of see how I did that thing. Nope, that's a... Okay, that's a newer drawing of some teeth. I don't even know if you can actually see what's on here. No. That drawing was like a year or 2 ago. No, I've only been drawing for a year. That drawing was like probably half a year ago. And that was like a month or 2 ago. So no, I do not have my goose drawing in the sketchbook that I forgot even exists, and it sits next to me every day. Give me a second. Whatcha? That's right. We've got Gerald, the one with the pen, the one that's almost full, the one that we practice drawing in, the one that's full of lots of random shit that I've drawn. And I'm trying to find the goose, but I don't know where it is. I need to do a walkthrough of this sketchbook. I really like this sketchbook. It's got lots of random stuff in it. Where's the freaking goose, though? This little thing is taking longer than I wanted it to, but also at the same time, there it is. I do want to see what I drew the mouth like. Okay, so I did make him have a little bit bigger, like a bridge, which that guy kind of has. I know there's also a goose drawing in here. I just don't know where it is, so I'm not even going to bother finding it. Pretty sure on the opposite page there's a drawing of Miku. I was wrong. Okay, so I did much cleaner lines, because I remember thinking that, oh, this goose doesn't really look like it has feathers. But yeah, I do want to include a little bit on the tip of the thing like I did. I like how I did that eye. I might do it on here, or do a suspicious looking eye. Okay. I just wanted to look at my old drawings, kind of see what I did for the goose. Because if I don't know how to draw something, I normally want to see how other people have drawn it. I do that. I just clicked on the first picture of a goose and the first picture of nunchucks, which all the way also... Apparently I don't know how to speak. By the way, I don't know how to spell nunchucks, so I don't know if it's nunchucks or numchucks. I have no clue, but Google didn't know that if I spelled it right or wrong, but I found a picture of them. So it's all good. Technically, I don't even need a picture. I could just go grab mine. I mean, they're shitty foam ones from when I was like 3. Not 3, probably like 10 or 15. I don't know. But I do have some. They're, like I said, shitty ones, but... Do we give him full-size nunchucks? Do we give him little bitty nunchucks? Do we put the nunchucks down on this side or this side? Well, I wish I would have drawn him a little bit more over here so that I could draw them on this side better, because we're gonna draw it on this side. But how does gravity work? I don't know. It goes down, it pulls things down. How's he going to be holding this like this? We're going to go like this so we can get a little line on the nunchucks. He's going to be holding them out about there to about there. Sure. I want him holding it like that. Okay, looks decent enough, not perfect, but it's good enough. We're gonna want the mouth open, so we'll go ahead and add a little bit right there. I did want to add that little bit right here to try to add a little bit more to the beak, but yeah, hopefully I'll fix that in the sketch. Sorry, not the sketch. Okay, this straight line doesn't look very straight. Also, this cylinder is probably not the perfect cylinder. I don't care. You know how long it's been since I've drawn a cylinder? I drew one yesterday. I practiced drawing cylinders a long ass time. There's some in here, but I don't draw cylinders anymore because it was boring. Now I just draw body parts. Mainly heads. I've been focusing a lot on heads and a couple hands and some feet. I have finally bit the bullet and tried to learn how to draw feet because I've pushed that away pretty much since I started drawing because I didn't want to do it. Now I can draw them like reasonably accurate every time, so I'm completely fine with actually drawing them now. It was just because I was bad at drawing them, so I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, and now I'm alright at drawing them, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this. Oh yeah, I'll draw some feet now, because I can do it now. Yeah. It's a lot easier to draw something you know how to draw. Obviously, that makes total sense. No, you want to draw something you know how to draw more most of the time. Not all of the time. I mean, I really wanted to draw hands, and I had no idea how to draw hands. But I really wanted to draw hands because I was like, you know what every artist hates drawing? Hands. You know what I want to be able to draw? Hands. So, you know, it's a little different on why I draw hands, but before I started practicing hands again, it had actually been a decent chunk of time since I'd drawn some hands. I should do another video where I'm just draw like a hand in 10 minutes, see if I can still do that, because I haven't done any time to practice, really. Well, that's a lie. I just set everything whenever I go on one of them reference websites. I just always set it to 2 minutes, and I usually finish the drawing before the 2 minutes ends, so I can do that. Alright, especially for drawing heads. It used to take me, I think my first video was actually me drawing a head, and that took me 3 separate videos to not get it looking how I wanted it. I am not joking, that took me a long time, and it wasn't even how I wanted it. Granted, I was also trying to add hair and stuff like that, and I didn't know what I was doing back then, so I had literally just started drawing. At this point, I'm 468 days into drawing, so obviously I'm a little better. Anyways, we're done.
Look at this duck with nope. Look at this goose with nunchucks. Are we gonna give him something? I did think about giving him a fedora, but I literally thought of that when I was talking to myself and started this video on accident by saying record. I was like, I want to give him a fedora, but I got to record and then everything will be done or something like that. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about that, but I did want to give him a fedora. But I started recording, so we did not grab a fedora. So he does not get a fedora. Anyways, if you've made it this far, suggest something. This is an order. Comment down below what I should draw next. Give me something random. I don't care. Give me lots of suggestions. One suggestion. You leave, I'm recording. Oh. Yeah. that was... the O that she made sounded somewhat actually sad. Now I feel a little mean, but also not really because I don't care. Now we finished this. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, tell me what to draw. I don't know what to draw anymore. I just leave it up to everybody else now. Because I've run out of ideas. Alright, well I do have ideas still. But the ideas that I have take me longer to draw than I would like to do in a video. I like to keep these 15 to 25 minutes long. If I want to draw like a really good illustration of Wimp or Banana Man, I need at least an hour or two to do that. I can't do that in a video anymore. So I need just stupid little random things I can draw in videos. Or other big drawings, because I will do long illustrations, because I still like drawing. You know, I say this like all the time, like, oh, I don't want to spend super long on my videos, because I want to be able to do my other illustrations. And then you know what I spend more time doing? My videos. I spend more time on these than the illustrations because I just decide, you know what? Fuck it, let's just do it anyways. I'm sure I can get it done in 20 minutes, and then I don't, and I spend an hour on it in a video, and it's whatever. I still like doing it. Alright, these num, I don't fucking know. These little Chucky things, nope, that's an actual character. The little flingy flabbies, yeah, that's a better name for them. The little flaily flingers are looking fine, but they're not quite as round as I'd want them to be, but also skill issue. I'm allowed to skill issue myself because that is what it is. Do I need more practice? Absolutely. What am I going to do after drawing this? You know what it is? Not practice. I'm probably going to play Minecraft. But then I'm going to practice. Well, actually, no. Directly once I finish this video, I'm going to go get a cookie out of the freezer because that's where I put them. If you don't put cookies in the freezer, you're insane. That's actually not true. It depends on the type of cookie. I've got cookies that are chocolate. We've got chocolate covering them. Of course I'm going to put them in the freezer. If you don't put chocolate in the freezer, you're insane. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Alright, what are we doing? This and this. And then we're going to go like that. Wow, wonderful. Wow, look at how amazing that looks. Should we add detail to the nunchucks? Probably. Are we gonna? They look like glow sticks. Don't they look like glow sticks? I like that. I think that's kind of funny. If I could color them in like glow sticks, I would. I do have colored pencils. How do you draw glow sticks? I would say you probably draw it like you would draw metal, like that one time I drew metal reflecting. I could do this. I want to do this. Am I going to do this? I may do this. I probably won't, but I might. There's like a 10% chance that I might possibly consider it. In other words, no, I'm not going to do that, but I do want to do it. I'm just also lazy and want to play Minecraft and draw hands. After talking about hands, I now want to draw hands.
I also want to draw a mouse. Why? I don't know. I saw a picture of a mouse earlier and I was like, I bet I could draw that mouse. So now I want to draw that mouse too. Well, actually, I've been wanting to draw that mouse. But let's go ahead and get this very, very realistic and good-looking chain finished. I mean, look at the details on this chain. Wow, aren't they exquisite? I even made this one circular. We're not making it circular. This has got to be a pretty sturdy chain, right? I don't know. I feel like a nunchucks is not a very good weapon for a goose. Because I feel like if it wraps around, he could end up wrapping around his neck and hitting himself really hard or something like that. I don't know. He's going to have to train hard with his nunchucks so he doesn't hurt himself. Or not, I think it'd be funny if he didn't. I don't mind. If he hits himself with his nunchucks, just more comedy for me, I guess. Alright, we did mess this up a little bit. There we go. Yep, sure, that's fine enough. That one's a little off, but it's okay. It's okay if it's a little wonky. Everybody's a little wonky. Was that one good thing Bobby said? I don't remember. If you get that reference just from me saying that, then you get to understand the reference. If not, then you don't. There we go. There we go. I did just remember, most of my viewers are old, so they might understand that reference. And yes, you're all old. For some reason, 80% of you are between the ages 30 and freaking 55. I'm pretty sure you're all lying, because also 80% of you up to 90% are women, which that's just not true. I firmly believe that all of you are lying, or YouTube is lying to me about my statistics. Alright, what are we doing? I don't know. I was breathing because I remembered I hadn't breathed in a while. Alright, we just need to... I guess we're pretty much almost done. We should totally do one of these little animals and shade it. I'm not gonna do it for this one. Because, this is it's all white. It's a goose. But, maybe for one that has more colors or something like that. Maybe. I don't really know. I don't know. It just depends on if I feel like it or if I don't feel like it. Do that. How many times am I going to say I don't know. Duck. No, I keep saying duck. This isn't a duck. Alright. I feel like I'm being much more hyper in this video than I usually am. I don't know why. You know what I was doing before I started this video? Literally just sitting in my chair for about an hour, so I don't know why I'm hyper. Maybe it's because I hadn't moved in 2 hours. I said an hour, but it was 2. It was 2 hours. Came in here and, oh wait, no, it's only 9. Wait, when did I... 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoa. Anyways, back to the drawing. We're gonna go like that, draw the goose, just erase some lines, cause we drew a little wrong, but if we erase it, nobody's gonna notice. No one's gonna know that you made a mistake, if the mistake's not there. What are we doing now? Drawing the eye. How are we gonna draw the eye? Do we draw creepy, suspicious? I think we draw suspicious. Yes. Yes, look at the suspicious goose. He's very suspicious of your actions. He's even gonna get a goat eye. Yes. Suspicious goose. He's ready to attack you. You've done nothing wrong, but he hates you. Why does he hate you? Because he hates. He is full of hate. let's give him a little tiny hat now. Alright. Just a little tiny hat. Because I want to give him a little tiny hat. Yes. Oh, let's give him a little tiny crown, actually. Yes, he's got a little tiny crown. Give it little gems. He's got a little tiny crown. That doesn't really look like a crown. It's all blurry to me. I don't even know what I drew there. Is that even lined up? I genuinely can't focus on it. Okay, we're gonna erase it since I can't see it. But pretend like there's a little crown there. Alright, go ahead and add that line back. We'll just go ahead and add my signature. Now he gets a little crown. Ooh, yes, my signature is a little crown. Because I am the king of drawing. Yes, that is what it means. Okie dokie, he's got a little bit of a big forehead, but you know what? So does that one. So, yeah, I don't know how long this video is. I don't know. Oh, there goes the ruler. I don't know if it's short, long, in between. Goodbye. Subscribe. Yeah. Oh, I didn't hit.